Demos, works in progress and unreleased material. Yay, it's Pixel Daddy's spoiler room.
Okay, yo! Brimheim, what has been the most persistent thought on your mind lately?
Make it stop.
Make what stop?
Oh God. I've actually been very affected by like the global situation, I think. And I'm in a little bit of a burnout phase at the moment. So yeah, I think I feel quite delicate. So then usually my reflex is to, like a snail, self-isolate and crawl into a little shell. So yeah, so I think like the most persistent thought is, I wish I could just like pause the world until I'm ready to deal with it. Do you know what I mean?
Do you read a lot of news?
I listen to a lot of news, yeah. Probably a bit too much. My dad thinks it's a really positive development because I used to avoid it for a few years. And my wife thinks it's that I should maybe at this current point in time and my mental state maybe refrain from listening to the news. So I don't know. I'm trying to find a balance. I also like, to know what's going on.
Do you feel guilty if you were to stop?
No, I don't think so. I think it's important for us to be like a little bit vigilant as, queer people and speaking for myself, but people on the left, and just to know what's happening. I think it's important to just keep an eye out a little bit. So because it's also.
But if that knowing what happens stops you from doing things out of apathy, is it important to know?
Oh, that's definitely true. Like that then that's not worth it. But I don't think that's what's stopping me from doing anything. At the moment, I'm just, I had a really crazy year last year. In my career, I was really fortunate to be able to tour a lot and travel a lot with music, and yeah, I felt like I wanted to say yes to every opportunity that was given to me. And that's both because I'm grateful and I like doing all the stuff that I do. I feel very uplifted by, being very active with all the stuff I get to do and play shows and meet people. And it's very inspiring and fun. So, but there can be such a thing as too much of a good thing. So, I had a hard time saying no to stuff. Also, like probably a little bit of stress about my age. Like that feels maybe a little bit, like something I shouldn't admit, because spiritually and in my core, I don't think that there's such a thing as being too old to do anything. But I just turned 35 and my career started when I was 30, and I had been working basically my whole life towards that point. And I guess I have like a bit of a feeling of I have to harvest all this, and I have to do it while I'm still young, and I have to say yes to everything that I'm afforded. Yeah.
When you say it started at 30, what does that mean? Like
my professional career, like a breakthrough. So my first release as Brimheim was in 2020 when I was 30 years old. And to my big surprise, actually, it went really well with it. I was able to fairly quickly after releasing my first EP, do it full time and live off of doing music.
And it's just been full gas on the pedal.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. And it's been like very culminated in like a huge year for me personally, last year. Yeah.
Okay. So do you feel pressure to keep that pace now after that?
Definitely, but like probably mostly internally. I feel that pressure, and I'm trying to counter that because I started making new music in January. I started
This year.
Yeah. Wanted to get started with making the next album, and I had very different ideas about how I wanted that process to be than what my capacity allowed me to do. So then I had to rethink it, and yeah, I think I just need to live a little bit more of my life before going straight into like a really intense process. And just, yeah, I'm at a place now where I just want to place those, you know, studio sessions and writing sessions. Like I want to spread them out a bit so I can, well, rest and live my life in between. How about you? What has been the most, what was the question? How did you phrase it? Persistent thought in your mind lately?
Fortnite. I've been telling Helena how much I've been playing Fortnite lately, and I'm really late to the game, but my friends have showed me. I had a friend over for like, I don't know, 9 days, 10 days, and he showed me Fortnite, and I can't lie. Every day I'm waiting to get to be free so I can call him and play Fortnite. I'm back on this. Oh, that's so much better. Thank God.
Nice, good call.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Fortnite. And also, I mean, I just went to art school for 3 years.
Yeah.
So I've made a lot of shit. And I have not had the time or the energy to put any of that shit out. So now I'm trying to do that.
Yeah.
Finish stuff.
Yeah, I've seen you experiment on your stories.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm finishing up some stuff. I'll show you some at some point.
Exciting.
Sure. Yeah. So that's kind of what's on my mind. Fortnite and finishing things.
Yeah.
I'm not in a sort of a making new things mode right now.
Mm-hmm.
But I will. We have a plan, me and Jonas actually, who's producing the show for anyone listening, to go to Roskilde, where my parents are from, and spend a weekend in the end of this month just playing guitar, rocking out, making tunes. And I think we're gonna play, because I had this like heartbreaky situation a few months ago, and played a lot of sad guitar, and some of those things were pretty cool. So I'm gonna make them into something with Jonas, I think.
Oh,
so,
I love sad guitar.
Yeah, sad guitar rocks.
Yeah, sad guitar rocks.
Yeah, it kind of reminded me of when I had my first girlfriend when I was 15 at boarding school, what's it called, efterskole in Danish, where she broke up with me twice within the first like couple months of me knowing her.
Dang.
Yeah, it sucked. But it was for a very short amount of time each time, so it was kind of okay. But both times I remember it was the most like, still probably the most heartache I felt ever. It's really in my feelings. And I would go into one of the music rooms. It's like a music after school. I would go into
Which
one? Aalrup. And I would get a guitar out, and I'd just sit and play. What's it called? Another Love by Tom Odell.
Yeah.
Really.
Oh, that's so precious. Oh my gosh. That is a beautiful song. It is a really beautiful song.
I stand by it. I was embarrassed by it for a long time, but now I'm back to being proud of it.
No. I mean, I'll blast that song every once in a while. That's a beautiful song.
If you just need to cry, it's definitely it's a good crying playlist track. It's a safe. Safe
you'll have to share your crying playlist with me.
Yeah, I actually do have it.
Yeah.
I'll show you some stuff.
Sounds
for sure.
great.
What's going on? Are you okay? Okay, I thought you dropped something. Okay, nice. Well, we'll wait with listening then for a second while Jonas pees.
Yeah, we'll shoot the shit some more. Why not?
But so you say you started a new process of writing. Is it a weird situation when you've written something, you've put out an album, now there's this expectation. You already said like, I'm making an album without having made any of the music. That's an interesting starting point of being like, okay, I'm working on the album. How does that work?
I really like that way of working because it takes some of the pressure off of each individual song. So it's like I'm doing a body of work right now, and I really like to work that way because then I am in a dialogue with the material as the process goes on. And so at first it'll be more intuitive, right? I'll just like trying to feel out what comes out of me naturally when I don't think about it too hard. And then I'll sort of I'll respond to that after understanding it a bit more, like maybe listening for a while, and then I'll be like, okay, this is the story that I hear forming, or you know, what is a corner of this theme that I haven't talked about yet with this.
So kind of that's interesting because it does the opposite of what I thought it would do, having an album as because I feel like that sounds like a lot of pressure to begin a process with. I'm going to write an album. That's a lot of music potentially, unless you're Kanye West and make albums of like 7 tracks. But usually people would think of it as like big body of work, and that takes the pressure off. That's interesting that it kind of takes the pressure off you. Yeah,
because then the single song doesn't have to be my whole world, right? Like in my mind, it can just be. And for me, I work with a brilliant producer, and I also co-write most of my stuff with him at the moment, Søren Buddelesen. And it can be such an exciting place to work from because, okay, if we make something and it's a vibe, but maybe it's way more abstract than what we would usually work with, then it's like, oh, but that can still represent like an interlude or something, you know, one thing or the other. You're on a full
not just making hits every day.
No, absolutely not. I like to work, you know, on a full body of work that has some thematic cohesion. So I'm exploring that through all of the songs and
So do you already know where you're going with it? How
No, I think, I mean, that's still too early to say, also because of where I'm at mentally at the moment is such a delicate place that I feel like everything that we've made so far feels very, I don't know, like careful or maybe a bit introverted, or it feels delicate because I am delicate at the moment. And that's not necessarily how I envision the whole full body of work to be. So I'm still in the phase of the process, which is let me just see what comes out of me naturally. And then later I will try to, you know, write a bunch of stuff about it. Just, you know, flow write about it and figure out what I think it represents thematically and what it needs.
Perfect. I mean, I feel like that's a good transition, you little segue. Now I'm really bringing it down by commenting on the segue. But
I love it.
Because you brought
transparency.
You brought some demos with you.
Yeah.
That you were going to share with people and me. Are they from this album writing process then? Or
yes, they are. One is from January, mid-January, I want to say, where we co-wrote it, Søren and I, in his studio in Valby. And the other one, I don't know which one we'll hear first, but yeah, one of them we made in a small cabin on a tiny island in the Faroe Islands.
I've got an idea.
Okay. Shoot.
Let's not tell people which is which.
Okay.
And have people guess which is the cabin song.
Yeah.
In the Woods cabin song, and which is what's the other one? How should we categorize the other one?
Valby.
The Valby song. Can you hear the city of Valby in this track, or can you hear the cabin?
Yeah. Or can you hear the not in the woods though, like a really stormy cliff in the Faroe Islands.
Oh, that's even more.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We were stuck there. Like the boat didn't. Like it was the weather was too bad for the boat to sail between the main island and this small island. Yeah, it was cool.
Was there food in the cabin? Was it?
Yeah, we had food.
It wasn't like a survival.
No. I mean, there was one day where we kind of ran out of food, and there's one little market that's open only a few hours a day on this island of Nolsoy, and they didn't have any more bread, and so we were like, they had some cup noodles though, so we were okay.
I mean, I've lived off cup noodles for a good year or two of my life.
We survived.
Late teens. Yeah. Okay, well, let's play one of the songs. Do you want to... Which one would you like to hear first?
They both have door in the title for some reason, so maybe there's a theme there forming.
Transitioning from one place to another through...
Oh, yes, beautiful.
Yeah, come on.
Exactly.
I can write some press text at some point.
Okay, yeah, hook it up. Okay, let's go with the one called Girl at the Door. And I just want to preface by saying, of course, super unfinished, and the lyric in the chorus is, it's going to be something else. But yeah.
Yeah, this is a whole fresh demo.
Yeah.
I'm excited to hear it. And then
what? Like, I actually feel so guilty because I haven't even shown my label this, and they really wanted to hear it. So, to and Christopher, I'm so sorry if you're here on the stream. I will make a link available for you ASAP.
You can just listen back to this stream.
Yeah, you can listen back to the stream.
And remember to chat to let us know if it's the cabin song or the cabin on the stormy cabin or the Velbrut song. Okay, let's listen.
What if it ruined my life? Getting everything I believe fade into you once more.
Fucking hell, that's gorgeous.
Thank you, Lewis.
Okay, very simple song, but I apart from the technical issues of me having to charge my computer, I was very enthralled by that until I had to deal with that.
Yeah, sorry about that.
And I spent a lot of the time thinking, can I hear? Is there some storm in the background here? But I don't know yet.
Maybe you should hear the other one, and then you can guess after.
Yeah, because I want to talk about both of them, but I kind of also want to guess correctly. So maybe we can listen to the other one, and then we'll talk about... Is that stupid? Maybe we should just talk about this song now.
Okay, and then we can guess. Then you can guess after we hear both of them.
No giveaways.
Okay, yeah. I won't talk about the
location.
The location, yeah.
Okay, so you wrote this recently.
Yeah.
Was it one of those flash in a pan, straight away wrote it, done? How was?
No, I think we were kind of fiddling around with the chords of the verse, and then we really wanted a different flavor for the chorus. So this obviously is not arranged yet. It could end up just being an acoustic song. I don't know yet, but we were very focused on the songwriting for this one because the some of the other stuff we had made was more, the starting point was more sound designy or beat or something or other. So this we were very very focused on the songwriting and wanted a very different harmonic flavor in the chorus. So my language around theory and what is it called? Music theory and harmony and stuff isn't super well developed. So we'll speak about it in vibe-based terms. So I think it changes the root note in the chorus. We were looking for a different flavor for the chorus. So we spent a long time trying to find where should it go, what should be the response to the verse, which is a way I like to work. I like to try to spice it up harmonically.
were you working with those guitar chords as a basis and then put
Yeah.
vocals on that?
Yeah, totally.
So
Yeah.
they sounded very, very sick, those guitars. Like,
Yeah, there's like a little.
Estelle also said here that
Yeah.
love the guitar.
Yeah, yeah. It's this trick with a little sponge that you put underneath the strings close to the bass. I don't know what it's called. Yeah, but you put it underneath the strings so they're really muted.
Yeah.
So a very Phoebe Bridgers-esque trick, but it does really work to make it sound like this, like kind of plucky and muted and soft.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But also had a weird percussiveness
Yeah.
that, I don't know, because it didn't have the high transient, it was more like driving in a different way. It felt to me.
Yeah, I agree. It has like it feels like a tighter space. It's not super open, super like strummy. It's a bit more condensed and dead in the sound, and I think that's really beautiful. I think it leaves a lot of room for other things, and I think it also for me fits with this story that I'm envisioning. Again, the chorus is sort of just filler words, but I like the verses, which is I like the lyric there, and I also called it "Girl at the Door."
Yeah. There was something about a girl at the door.
Trying to kick the door
down.
in, and she looks exactly like a previous version of yourself. And is it a previous version of yourself? And that sort of feeling.
Ever done mushrooms?
Yes. Yeah. I'm thinking a lot about it in this album process because I had a really profound experience a year and a half ago where I sort of met some of my demons. I met. I saw this vision in a burn scar on the ground in Amsterdam where my wife and we were tripping balls.
What do you mean a burn scar?
A burn scar, like, if you...
On the ground?
Yeah, like in the grass, like if you have a single-use grill and you put it on the ground, it leaves a burn scar on the ground in the grass. And it was this, round burn scar, and it was looking really scary, like it was looking like something unpleasant and dead and violent. And inside of it a face formed, a really evil face, like a bad, like something,
A demon of some sort.
yeah, something sinister. And it was a face I've seen before. I was familiar with it. Not in real life, but in, when hallucinating another, like in my own brain,
Okay.
without the help of anything. So I've seen this before, like a similar face, and I was like, okay. But I think because of the mushrooms, I felt really strong and prepared to meet this face. And it sort of telepathically beamed a message into my mind, which was, ask me this. Like, it didn't say, but I knew, like, I had to ask it this question, which was, what do you want to show me? And this sounds super banal, but, it was also very profound. Because I knew, okay, so I asked it, like, what do you want to show me? And the face kind of morphed and transformed and looked first really angry, but then it like softened and it smiled, and then it like kind of dissipated and disappeared. And I knew, on like a cellular spiritual level, that if I could live my life with this question as the leading thing, this curiosity, what is it you want to show me? Ask this of the universe. Then I would be okay. Anything and everything would be okay. Dying would be okay. Like, I just had to have this, I guess spiritual, but also just, like a curiosity about what is it you want to show me? So I went around this. It was late summers. I went around this park, and because it was, late August, flowers were dying, but there was still stuff blooming and bees all around, and beautiful, trees and that were so vibrant and full of life, and then also stuff dying. And I was just like looking at all these things. Took a lot of photos of it, and it was, looked like nothing after, but I had a very profound experience with it. Like, all these things are dying and all these things are blossoming, and that's, what is it that it wants to show me? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what to say to that. That was a lot.
Yeah.
But nice story.
So I'm thinking a lot about that with this.
It's kind of like when someone tells you about a dream, when someone tells you about a trip. Although I will say this was actually not.
It wasn't as boring.
No, it wasn't that.
You can
boring,
be
don't
honest.
worry. No. Actually, surprisingly not that boring for a person telling you about their trip in Amsterdam. Like, I've heard a few of those, and I'd say this is my top 3 people, top 3 stories I've heard of trips.
Nice.
So it's not that bad, and it seems like it had an actual profound impact on you.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, I did mushrooms for the first time, a tiny dose with my friend Laura a few months ago.
Okay, now pressure's on to tell me about that experience.
No, but I didn't have my experience was just I played guitar and it was chill. But I'll do one for the next time.
And
maybe
then
before the spoiler room we're doing. I'll trip balls and then I can show up.
Yeah, be careful though. But yeah, have fun.
I have a lot of respect for it. I'm very nervous about that kind of stuff.
I think that's the right approach. I think it's the right approach to have respect for it, for sure.
Yeah, but you did kind of make me want to do it now. So if anything goes wrong, I'm going to blame you.
Yeah, shit. And it's documented now on the internet. Dang.
It's going to be there forever. Let's try and listen to the next one, and then we'll come back. Not to hallucinogenics, but we'll talk about the next one, and then what's that called?
Broken Door.
Broken Door. Is that after the girl smashed it in?
Oh, maybe.
They've got to be back to back.
Yeah.
Broken Door, Brimheim demo from the upcoming Door album. Sick. I think this was made in Bellevue.
It's exactly the other way around.
Oh, for fuck's sake. I was sure that guitar was like a cabin guitar.
Yeah.
You made this in a cabin?
Yeah.
Okay, shit. Well, tell us about that then.
Yeah, we this wasn't like a well-equipped studio or anything like that, but we brought a bunch of stuff, microphones and pedals and little drum machines, knickknacks, and then actually there is a cafe on this island where there's also a stage, and it also functions as a venue, and the guy that runs it was kind enough to lend us a drum kit. So that's the drums are actually also recorded in this cabin.
To be honest, that was the main reason that I thought it wasn't a cabin, was because there was drums.
I figured.
That's what got me.
Yeah. So we had like a pretty full setup in this tiny cabin, and we could it was a really small house. There were 2 tiny bedrooms upstairs, and then we had the downstairs sort of kitchen living space in one, and there was the drum kit was just like blocking the couch, and the dining table was like our work table, so we couldn't do anything else. We could only work on music, and that was really cool. Actually, it was like the first thing we did in the morning, and we did it until 2 a.m. and then we got up, had coffee, and started again. So that was a very generative place to be. Also, Søren, he has a family, he has 2 kids, and usually when we work, it's very kind of 9 to 5 type of situation. So this was a really cool way of working at different hours than we usually do, and that can generate a very different vibe. Yeah,
there's something about the like midnight sessions sometimes.
Yeah, absolutely. And also like we can't do anything else. This is the only thing we can do here. We can't even really go outside because the weather is so intense, and that also made for a very inspiring environment, that the weather was so tumultuous outside. And
sounds like Björk would have loved it.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess so. So yeah, I am very happy with this. I'm very excited to take this one further. I like the super kind of dry sound of the drums and the synth in the beginning.
Søren is the same person who does some Sun production, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Because I've recognized the drum sound. I feel.
Yeah. That's very his signature. He plays it very. His playing style also, works with his way of mixing and producing it, like a very light. Like he plays it very light, but then really crunches it with the compression.
Yeah.
And it just is it's very impactful. And he also edited. I don't know if you noticed that, but like the drums are very. Like there are little, edits that make it super cool. Like they're kind of resampled on top of each other. And
did he also do Lowly, or does it
no,
just? Because I feel like
didn't
they have a very specific drum sound that I also find
similar. Yeah, for sure. He did Gullimund, and of course he is a member of the Danish band Blau Blume.
Right.
Where he's the drummer and also produces together with Buster and Jonas, and he's done the latest Katinka record, and he's also done Greta's latest record, and he's basically like, the golden boy
everywhere
of Danish indie.
Okay, sick.
Yeah.
Sick.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so how did you feel about? Is this the first time? How many people have heard this now before?
Well, I played. I taught a class earlier today, and I did play it for them. But other than that, it's basically only my wife, who's also my manager, who's heard it. So yeah.
So how did it feel today, sharing it twice now with other people? How do you feel about it generally playing? If it's been in your own ears for so long, or not so long, but still.
Yeah. I don't know yet. I think I feel good about it, but also because it's very removed.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm just playing it for you guys.
Yeah. Kind of.
And that's nice. Yeah. Maybe there are other people. I don't know.
There's a couple people.
Yeah.
There's also Sina who says, glæder mig så meget til at høre det næste færdigproducerede udgave.
Ja, ikke det næste demo. Fuck det,
fan af alt, hvad du laver.
Ej, hvor dejligt. Ej, tak, Sina.
So,
thank you, Sina.
Bit of support.
Yeah, I love that. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
No, I mean, it's challenging to decide when to share and who to share with. I think I've been a little bit more conservative this time around with my previous album. I just kind of played it for everybody from a very early point, and I mean, not that I regret doing that, but I just felt like, okay, also because I feel delicate, maybe the music is also delicate, and I just need to guard it slightly more. But
that's kind of cool, because I feel that that's a contrary to a lot of people that I know. I feel that have their music very close and very sort of until it's finished, then they might want to share it. But
yeah,
it's cool to have that so early in the process. Personally, I also feel like you get a lot of revelations.
Yeah,
I was trying to fish for you to say that. Oh, you have to kind of in the spoiler room era.
Yeah, no. I mean, I do think that it needs to be. You need to be ready. You need to be ready to receive the both the thoughts that you get from playing it for other people, but also, of course, like feedback from other people. But no, I mean, I overshare my music, so it's just like a new thought to be like, I'm feeling a bit delicate, so maybe I need to just know what I feel about it before I play it for people. But these two songs I really feel are representing something that I that I want to explore more. So that doesn't feel too dangerous to share.
No.
Yeah.
Sick. What do you feel like now with those specifically? Are you gonna just wait for enough tracks to build up and then continue working on them, or?
Yeah, I think that will be the process. I think I'll make some more stuff, and then it will be clear to me how to approach these two, or like the little handful of songs that we've made so far. Again, because I'm still in this phase of the process where I'm working more intuitively, and then later I start curating what I write a bit more and have more of a sense of a theme, basically. Which I love theme. I love a good theme. I love a good lens, a good framework. Yeah.
I like what you just said. Just reminds me of a teacher I had at RMC who introduced me to the carrier bag theory of fiction.
Oh yeah, Ursula.
Yeah. Which really, for me, for those that don't know, I'm gonna butcher completely what it is, but to me it was like a rewriting of history from the perspective of the carrier bag, putting importance on the carrier bag's existence rather than the sword or the spear. It's just kind of she's a feminist author essentially, and I felt that that perspective of the importance of the carrier bag could really be overlaid into music and art so directly in terms of how you perceive yourself in making art, whether you perceive yourself as being this sword, this genius sword, just gonna
the hero slaying the dragon. Yeah,
exactly. The hero slaying the dragon of rock.
Yeah, shredding that dragon.
It's like a Tenacious D inspirational. Or whether you perceive yourself as the gatherer who like has this little net or carrier bag that you just collect things from around you, and then later on you filter them into something. And that's kind of what it seems to me that you're doing with this process of like just making stuff, collecting from your subconscious sort of flow writing, and then at a certain point you'll have filled the bag to the brim, and then you're going to have to take some stuff out and decide what to keep in
exactly. There. I love that essay. I think it's very inspiring and a very good framework of thinking about creativity, basically. And yeah, I think I am just in that. You know, I have the carrier bag. I'm putting lots of stuff in it. And then later
I'll shopping. Not even. You're in the shop. You're kind of like, oh, it's nice.
Yeah, or I feel like I'm more like on the beach, like, and I'm picking up little pebbles or little shells and, you know, whatever I find that speaks to me, and I don't know why it speaks to me yet. And later I'll figure it out when I see everything that I've gathered.
In a big ritual on the beach.
Absolutely.
Okay, sick. Go check it out. Carrier Bag Theory of Fiction by Ursula K. Le Guin.
Yes, baby. Beautiful essay.
Nice. Anyway, do you want to talk on the phone to some people?
Yeah, let's
hear what people are playing and making and stuff?
I'd love that.
Hello.
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 Hi.
Is it Alice?
It's Alice. Hello.
Oh, hi, Alice. Do you prefer English or Danish?
Dude, that's up to you.
It's up to us. Should we be international? Should we keep it on the English? We've been speaking English all this time. You can reach the whole of Brimheim's audience now with your demo.
You're welcome.
That's amazing.
Where are you right now, Alice? Because it's very noisy.
Yeah, it's noisy. I'm in the metro.
You're in the metro. Are you on your AirPods right now?
I'm on my headphones.
Yeah. Can you do me a favor and take the headphones off and just put your phone up? Because I think the headphones often fuck up, I feel.
Is this better?
Yeah.
I'd say it's a little better.
Yeah, it's better.
Okay.
Definitely.
Hi, Alice. Nice to meet you. I'm Helena.
Hello. Nice to meet you too.
Alice, so I can't pretend that I don't know you because I do know you. But Helena doesn't know you. So pretending that I'm Helena right now, actually that doesn't even matter. How are you today? What are you up to? Where you at? Where are you going to on the metro?
I am going home. I've been with a friend of mine the entire day.
What have you been doing all day with your friend?
Yeah, I'm gonna go out of the metro just to say it's too noisy in here.
Oh.
I feel very honored that you're doing that for us.
All right. I am back. Hello. How are we doing?
What were you doing with your friend Alice?
Just catching up. It's a colleague from home, from work, and I haven't seen her in a while, so just chatting, catching up, see how we're doing.
Nice. What
Yeah.
do you work with?
I work as a bartender.
I see. What's
Yeah.
your favorite drink to make?
Ooh, probably a dark and stormy, because you can make it in a fancy way at my job, and I like telling the story about it. Yeah.
What's the story about it?
It's like the way you mix it, like which ingredients comes first, is based on like a dessert. So like all the like sandy, like light ingredients goes at the bottom, like the lime juice and the ginger. And then at the top you put like the rum and the angostura to like symbolize the top. I'm not entirely sure of it, but I don't know. I think it's funny that's like a lore behind the drink. That's just
I like a good
When you tell it to the people you're bartending to, do you know the story or do you just end it like this?
it depends if they ask, like, or if they like are talkative. I'm like,
If
yeah,
they
there's
ask.
a story about it.
Sorry, Alice, I've got to drill down into this.
Yeah.
How often are you asked about this? Like, not for the specific drink, but when people buy a drink from
What's
you, do
with
they
the
often
third
ask-
degree, Lewis? About
I'm just sorry. I'm just really curious. Do people order like a Bloody Mary and ask like, where does that come from? Is that a thing?
Sometimes it's not. I mean, it's also a nightclub, so people are like drunk and just want to get their fucking skinny bitch and go on with their lives. But you know, sometimes there's like someone asking, like, "Oh, what are these ingredients? Like, what are you putting in? And what is this?" And I'm like, "Yeah, this is some lime.
Okay.
You know, pretty basic." But
I get it now. I get it
the
now.
desert. It's the
Yeah.
Yeah.
in the whole desert and your heart and soul. Okay, I have a question. If
Yeah.
Sorry. I have to also speak here. What is your favorite drink to drink?
Ooh, that's a good question. I was about to say also a dark and stormy. I don't know. I used to really like the sweeter the bitter type drinks, but as I've gotten more experience at the bartending world, I've appreciated the more bitter drinks, which I didn't expect. So like I think dark and stormy is pretty good, and Negroni is also pretty good. I think that's where we're at right now.
Love it.
Okay, for sure. Is the song that you sent in today? Does that have is there any way we can link that to you being a bartender or?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay, great.
The song is very much inspired by like the first half of the song is very much inspired by like working at a club and like hearing the type of music that they play. And I was like,
sick.
all right, I want to make something that I can like, if I DJ a club, I could play that, and it wouldn't come off as like a total left field.
Okay.
But at the same time, like I got bored with it, so I decided, fuck it, let's just make like a 4-minute ambient outro to like throw people off.
Wait,
Because I think
Alice,
it's funny.
how long is this song that you sent in?
It's 9 minutes.
Okay,
Okay, we're in for a treat.
Alice. I'm not sure we're gonna listen to all 9 minutes of this track.
That's that's fair. Listen to as much as you want. I'm not gonna be mad or sad about it. It's a long track. But
Maybe we skip to the ambient outro at some point. Like I want to hear that ambient outro. So maybe if we we hear some of it and then we like skip ahead. What do you think?
I think
Okay, that's no problem.
Yeah.
Let's do that. But very bold of you to send in a 9-minute long track, Alice. But I respect that. Okay, but sick. What kind of club is this?
What kind of what? Sorry?
What kind of club is it?
It's a very. I was about to say it's a basic club.
Okay, do
It's
they play
very
like pop
much like-
songs club?
It's the club usually plays like disco and a bit of like indie kind of that type of like club music. It's a club called I don't know if I should promote it.
Then
On the
you
stream?
don't have to. It's up to you.
But it's a vibey place. Sometimes it's nice, other times it's like pretty generic. But they have a little like secret lore, I think, that they don't play any Danish music, which I
Okay.
think is quite funny.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
that is-
you will not be hearing any Medina at the club,
Okay.
which is interesting.
Yeah, interesting.
Okay, so let's hear the disco indie pop club banger turned into an ambient track. This is a hell of an introduction to a song.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, we'll give it a play. You just stay on the line, Alice, for
I'll stay on the
10
line.
minutes. We'll see you in a bit. I feel like talking over this outro. It's very calming. Maybe we can get you to just snip out this final bit and we can have it as the overlay. I've been wanting to get ambient music in the background for when we just talk.
Yeah, that's beautiful. That's a good idea.
Thank you.
Very, very
Thank
cute.
you so much.
What inspired you to do a 4-minute outro to the dance track?
I did not know how to finish the outro.
I see.
And I was very much in like that headspace. I was making a lot of ambient music around that time, and I was very much also inspired by like Burial and the way his tracks like morphs into something else like during the tracks. Like can start up like pretty clubby and then morph into something a bit more like almost Hans Zimmer-ish by the end.
Yeah, I definitely got that reference.
But it started off just me being frustrated with not knowing how to like end like club tracks, because usually they like pretty formulaic. They cut off like bits of the instruments and then only the drums. But I got kind of bored of doing that. So I was like, fuck it, let's just do something completely different and take these chords and morph them into a new song almost.
Sick. I love that. I feel like I can hear it. Oh yes, sorry, I keep forgetting. Sorry about that. I feel like I can hear, and I mean this. Really mean this as a compliment, because I'm the same way. I feel like I can hear you get bored with yourself in a way, and then that inspires some, kind of irreverent or quirky choice in the sound design. And that I feel like that was very effective. Did you record the drums, or are those all samples?
All of them are samples, but I got them from like I use a lot of what they call like 90s like sample CDs, I think they're called. So it's like I think Norman Cook did one, Fatboy Slim, where it's like a giant collection of like drum samples. Most of them are used in like video games and stuff from that era.
Oh, I love that.
I find that more inspiring than just going on Splice and find like a perfectly mixed sample that's already like pre-mixed and mastered and just sounds perfect, because I don't know, that's boring.
Yeah, totally. Oh, that's really inspiring. Where do you come about those CDs?
I find them online. I saw like a really good YouTube video on how like samples influenced video game music, and then he came to that part of like, yeah, they used a lot of sample CDs and they were really popular in the 90s. So I was like, oh, that's like a cool source for like inspiration.
Well,
Very, very. Those cymbals sounded because they sounded really, like you played them in your living room or something. I really enjoyed that.
Oh, yeah, those I try to make like as human as possible, and like try and fuck with the velocity of it and do kind of crazy shit because I wanted them to like be the human part of the song, and also like try and form the song about that wonkiness.
Yeah, wonkiness. That's a good word for it. Yeah, I love that.
Is it an actual CD? Like,
it's not a physical. No, I don't have physical CD.
Okay.
They were just like back in the 90s. There were actual CDs that you would plug into like your sampler device, and then you could play like different drum loops and shit. But now they've all been like archived online, and you can like download a torrent of them.
Okay,
that's really inspiring. Very cool. Very cool details to get about that process.
Sick tip.
Thank you.
Sick tip.
Mm-hmm.
Really sick. It's a cheat code, I promise.
Nice.
Yeah, we'll pass it. Well, it's passed on. Also, Alyssa says this is vibey, and that she's dancing around in her kitchen, making dinner and liking it, or loving it actually.
Nice.
So, big up for that.
Yeah, well done. Well done. Cool track.
Yeah. Is there anything you want to say to the people, Alice, before you move on?
I was about to plug something, but I don't know if I should.
Yeah, no, go ahead. Plug
All
something.
right.
Of course.
Pull up to the Brimheim Release on Thursday. It's going to be amazing.
This Thursday.
I'm playing some music. I'm playing some visuals. It's going to be an exhibition. It's going to be great.
Whereabouts is this?
That's at Nordhus at Nordhavn.
Nordhus at Nordhavn on Thursday. What time?
At 8 o'clock.
Nordhus in Nordhavn, Thursday, 8 o'clock, 3 exhibition, sick visuals is going to be a ball.
It's going to be amazing. There's going to be DJs. There's going to be drinks. It's going to be crazy evening.
Fucking hell. Okay.
And where can people find you if they thought this was vibey?
I have a SoundCloud also called 3. I'm also on Spotify. If you want to follow the Insta.
3?
It's at 3333333. So 7 3s.
Cool.
Yeah, check it out. I'm gonna be posting some shit. On the SoundCloud and Spotify this year. It's gonna be great.
Sick.
Nice.
Okay. Follow Alice at 7 times 3.
Yep.
Very
exactly.
Cool. Thanks so much for sharing.
Okay. Sick.
Of course. Thank you for having me. It's been great.
Take care, Alice. See you soon.
See you soon. Bye bye.
Bye. Okay. Cute. 7 3s. I wonder. Very mythical amount of 3s.
Very mythical amount of 3s. Like those two numbers together.
I know.
There's something going on there.
Some sorcery.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Okay, that was a funky listen. I actually heard the what they were talking about with the. It was disco-y.
Yeah.
It did actually feel
wonky disco with Hans Zimmer outro.
Exactly.
Very interesting. Yeah.
Exactly.
I like some of those bass sounds and
Same.
that cymbal got me.
Yeah. No, me too. Should we try? There's a couple people we could. I kind of want to try this person called Valdemar who sent something in.
Har du snakket med Valdemar?
Hej Valdemar. Du taler med Pixel Daddy. Og
Ja, hej så. Hej.
Hej Valdemar.
Hej. Hvem var det ellers andet end Pixel Daddy, sorry?
Jeg hedder Helena /Brimheim.
Ja, modtaget. Fornøjelse.
Ja, i lige måde. Dejligt at møde dig.
Formelt fornøjelse. Også en fornøjelse at møde dig, Valdemar. Hvordan går det? Hvad har du gang i?
Det går stille og roligt. Jeg har lige været på job, og så lige til sådan et møde med nogle folk. Jeg prøver at starte sådan et lille kreativt fællesskab op med. Så jeg er sådan lige kommet ind ad døren, så det kan godt være, at jeg lige er lidt rundt.
Helt sikkert. Nå, men det gør ikke noget.
Nej, 40 ting.
Det gør ikke noget. Hvad har du været? Hvad laver du som job, hvis du har lyst til at fortælle?
Hvad jeg laver af job?
Ja, jeg er nysgerrig.
Jeg har sådan en studentermedhjælperstilling ude på Ørsted Centralarkiv. Så jeg har bare gået og smidt sådan en hel masse gammel dokumentation ud i dag, basically.
Du har smidt det ud?
Ja, fordi det er blevet for gammelt. De har ikke holdt det opdateret, når det er sådan noget papirdokumentation.
Så det er ikke fordi, at du går og shredder eller Ørsteds skumle papir, eller hvad?
kun dem, der ikke gælder længere.
Alle de skumle papirer, der ikke gælder længere.
Ja, præcis. Alt det, der ikke skal ses.
Det lyder slet ikke sås.
Nej, jeg ved det. Altså, det er en fuldstændig vanvittig mængde at smide ud i dag. Altså, det... Ja.
Ej, hvor vildt.
Containervis.
En containervis, holy shit. Af fysiske papirer. Scanner du dem ind et sted før, eller forsvinder de bare forever?
Det skal jeg lige have igen, sorry.
Scanner du dem ind? Bevarer du dem på nogen måde, eller er det bare sådan...
Nej, ikke de her papirer. Altså, ude på arkivet, der er sådan 5 kilometer af dokumentation. Altså bare hylder. Så det, jeg har fjernet i dag, det er ingenting.
Wow.
Så det er sådan en
det er sådan en job, det der valgte mig.
Årlig ting, vi kører.
Hvor lang tid har du lavet det?
Jamen, jeg har sgu været ude på arkivet i, det ved jeg ikke, siden 2021 eller sådan noget. Det er bare sådan studenter. Jamen, også siden deromkring, siden 2020. Så er jeg lige blevet færdig med min bachelor. Og så søger jeg ind på kandidaten til septemberstart. Fuck.
Det lyder jo sindssygt, at du bare har haft det der studiejob ved siden af hele tiden. Så igennem din tid, hvor meget tror du har smidt ud af Ørsteds arkiver i alt den tid, du har arbejdet der? Ikke
sådan nok... Ikke lige så meget som nu. Det er jo fordi Ørsted er lidt i problemer. Så de er i gang med at nedskalere rigtig meget. Så det er også arkivet, det skal også blive meget mindre i størrelse. Så det er blevet sådan lidt mere relevant. Før der holdt vi bare tingene, selvom det ikke var så vigtigt. Men nu skal vi måske til nogle mindre lokaler eller sådan noget. Så der skal bare alt, hvad der ikke kan bruges, det skal ud. Så det er jo meget godt. Har du set showet Severance? Severance? Sådan et Apple-show. Nej, det har jeg sgu ikke. Har du set det, Brimheim?
Jeg er lige gået i gang i går.
Okay, ja. Du er lige gået i gang?
Jeg er lige gået i gang i går.
Fordi der, jeg skal ikke spoil for meget, men i Severance, der grundpræmissen er, at der er nogle mennesker... det er ikke en spoiler at sige
Nej, det er det ikke.
Det er fordi, det finder man ud af i første afsnit. Så det er kun en spoiler, hvis du slet ikke... Men der er nogle mennesker, der har fået implanteret sådan en dims, som gør, at de kan... De har 2 personligheder, som de switcher imellem. Når de går på job, så går de ind i en elevator, så går de ned i elevatoren. Eller så går elevatoren ned på et bestemt gulv, og så mister de al hukommelse af, hvem de er udenfor.
Hvad? Okay.
Og så tænker, mens de er på arbejde, så er de ligesom i den her... Jeg forestiller mig lidt det der, sådan i Ørsted.
Præcis.
Og så når de kommer op igen med den der elevator efter deres arbejdsdag 5:00, så siger det og så den bevidsthed, de kommer op med i deres privatliv, når de går fra arbejde, kan ikke huske overhovedet, hvad der skete på arbejde. Så ligesom sådan personlighedssplittet imellem.
Modtaget.
At være på arbejde.
Det lyder sgu ikke helt dumt, vil jeg sige.
Ja, men se det lige, fordi jeg forestiller mig, at det var noget... Hvis du kunne knække den nød, så tror jeg, at Ørsted ville være rigtig interesseret. Og der er noget skummelt shit, som du ikke får lov at se i de arkiver. Jeg er 100% sikker, Valdemar. 100% sikker på, at der er et eller andet, du ikke må se der.
Og jeg har jo været ude på arkivet, men jeg er bare studenter med hjælp, og jeg løber bare rundt og laver sådan nogle små hygge-chancer.
Går bare shredder lidt papir herover.
Fuldstændig. Bare konstant makulator kørende. Altså.
Fuck, man. Ja, for der må være nogle papirer fra Dong Times.
Ja.
Det der, så der må være noget sås. Jeg kan ikke forestille mig andet.
Du vil bare virkelig gerne have, at der er en historie der.
Prøv at tænke, hvis vi nu faldt over en eller anden vild... Altså, jeg er ikke journalist. Det er du heller ikke.
Nej. Vi kan skrive en sang om det.
Vi kan skrive en sang om det, og så kan det være dem, der er mega, mega populære. Det kan være, du skal...
Og du skrev en sang om det, Valdemar. Det er det, vi skal høre.
Nå ja. Kan du flette det ind?
Det kunne sgu godt være, at der lige skal komme nogle forretningshemmeligheder midt ind i et vers.
Opskrifter på vindmøller eller noget.
Et eller andet.
Ja, hvordan forholder det job så til det musik, som du har sendt ind her? Hvis det gør
jobbet? Jeg tror, det giver mig... Altså, det er et rimelig stort arkiv med meget alenetid. Så det er sådan ret godt til at gå og både lytte til musik og bare til sådan at gå og tænke lidt, tror jeg.
Nice at lytte til musik på arbejde. Fuck, hvor optur.
Hvad? Undskyld?
Så nice at lytte til musik på arbejde. Virkelig optur.
Ja, det kan sgu et eller andet. Altså, Så jeg tror ikke, det relaterer sig sådan så meget. Det er mere bare den tænkepause, man ligesom får. Altså fordi du slår bare hjernen fra, når du smider papir ud. Der er virkelig ikke så meget, ikke så meget til det.
Det er nøjagtigt sådan, de vil have dig, Valdemar. Fedt. Men hvad, skal vi måske bare høre det, du har sendt ind, og så kan vi snakke lidt om det bagefter. Du sendte et WeTransfer-link. Er der bare én sang med der, eller hvad?
Der er smidt sådan... Nå, I har ikke hørt det endnu, modtaget.
Jeg har ikke hørt noget af det.
Okay, jeg ved slet ikke, hvordan det her fungerer. Jeg smed 3 sange med på det. Jeg vidste ikke lige, hvordan det fungerede her.
Du kan bare bestemme dig for, hvad for en du synes, vi skal høre, og så hører vi
100. Ved du hvad, jamen, så lad os... Hvad hedder det? Det har sgu været... Ved du hvad, så lad os tage den, der hedder... Jeg tror måske det er nummer 2, der hedder En smuk dag.
Lad os høre den, og så snakker vi lidt om den bagefter.
Klasse.
Fedt.
Drikker kaffe i dit tekøkken. Det er lykken, og det føles som noget nyt. Skal vi kalde det et C-stykke? Går gennem haven i sandaler. Morgenduk på tæerne, lægger dig bag mig. Kys på kinden på en kold morgen. Du siger godt og lykkelig, og jeg siger det er en holdsport. Spiller mix, dubbel, mig og madammen. Der er kærlighed på tavlen, for vi står for det samme her. Det er en smuk dag, en smuk dag. Helt smuk, helt smuk dag, helt smuk dag. Det er en smuk dag, bare en smuk dag, en smuk dag, helt smuk dag. Jeg kender vejen, men ikke gadenavnene. Krammer kammeraten, siger at han har været savnet. Tager i genbrug, køber ting vi havde manglet. Donerer 20 kroner, håber det kan redde barnet. Helt koncentreret, sigter med mit ene øje. Sænker tuden, skænker te i mit stentøjs. Hører Peter Sommer, piller spinatstilke. Sikke dog en dag, jamen sikke dog en smag til det. Det er en smuk dag, en smuk dag. Helt smuk, helt smuk dag. En smuk dag, bare en smuk dag, en smuk dag. Helt smuk dag, bare en smuk dag. Humøret løfter med patienterne. Sover godt, forholder lige en pause med procenterne. Halvt år siden sidst smøg, det er også pænt sejt. Klæder mig i ren tøj, lå i ren sengebetræk. Har is i maven, spiser gelato. Sjovt når man nyder mikro, at det føles makro. Jeg har knap så mange tanker, knap så meget fart på. Kigger på en fin sky, sikke en måde at starte på.
Okay, der var lige outro på der. Sygt.
Fedt.
Du rapper, Valdemar?
Ja da.
Ja da. Sygt. Det var slet ikke... Jeg ved ikke hvorfor, men jeg havde ikke regnet med, at du rappede. Jeg ved ikke, hvad jeg havde forventet, der ville komme af musik. Eller sådan, hvad det var, du havde lavet.
Nej, det kan godt være... Jeg er en arkivar og rapper. Det er måske ikke
jeg
sådan...
Jeg synes, det var sjovt at høre alt det der om de der arkivjob der.
Du tænkte, det skulle lyde lidt mere shreddy?
Shredding bars.
Virkelig sejt, at det er en følelse, du har i dit virkelige liv i øjeblikket. Det du rapper om på den her tune.
Jeg synes lige i øjeblikket, ja. Jeg synes, det kommer meget i perioder. Så det er ligesom bare tre dejlige dage, jeg lige har kunne pille ud.
Hvor lang tid har du rappet?
Jamen, det er siden... Jeg smed sådan nogle ting op på SoundCloud i 2019, eller sådan noget. Husker jeg det som. Og så har det bare sådan været lidt stille og roligt siden der. Sådan lidt, bare hygge-rap. Og så, så nu er vi i gang med lige at få prøvet at gjort det lidt mere, og har nogle ting på vej til udgivelse og sådan noget.
Fedt, og hvor i processen er den her sang, vi lige har hørt?
Den er super work in progress. Okay. Der er også sådan, der er sådan en saxofon-ting, der er bare blevet smidt lidt ind, og sådan... så det er det ligesom det, der kommer bagefter den her udgivelse.
Okay, ja, helt
så har vi nogle demoer, der bare ligger i og hygger.
Ja, fedt. Jeg kunne nemlig virkelig godt lide det stykke med klarinetten eller saxofonen, eller hvad det var. Var det hvem spiller det?
Jamen, jeg er ikke helt sikker på det. Det er min kammerat, der producer det, og jeg er virkelig kun tekstvidende. Jeg er ikke... Jeg er meget uvidende omkring produktioner og det, instrumentale.
Ja, altså du er lyriker og rapper som din primære og eneste ting i det her projekt.
Ja, fuldstændig.
Men det er jo også det, der klart bærer det. Det er jo helt tydeligt, at det er det, der er i front, og som ligesom informerer resten. Rigtig godt skruet sammen tekst. Altså,
fedt.
Jeg synes, det var totalt skarpt.
Fedt, det er jeg glad for at høre.
Jeg tænkte sådan på, hvad der sådan fik dig til at rappe til at starte med? Altså, hvordan kom du ind i det?
I musik generelt, eller?
Ja, har du lavet musik før du rappede også?
Nej, det er kun, jeg har skrevet, digte og lavet sådan noget, jeg ved ikke, poetry slam og gået til digtoplæsninger og sådan noget. Så det har jeg altid sådan kørt lidt i. Og så er det bare sådan helt af omveje, der så var nogen, der ville lægge noget instrumentalt på det. Og så fandt jeg så ligesom et samarbejde med min producer, Pony Puff.
Nice.
Som ikke er så arkivar-agtig. Og så har det bare, så har vi skulle bare lavet en hel masse gode ting sammen.
Stærkt. Og hvornår kommer det ud, og hvilket navn
findes det under? Det er under navnet Valgte mig, som i nogen, der valgte mig i et ord.
Klar.
Og det kommer her i, nu skal jeg lige have datoen, 28. maj, har jeg lyst til at sige. Der kommer der et fint album derfra.
Okay, helt album, stærkt.
Ja, shit, et helt album, sygt.
Ja.
Valgte mig, you heard it here first. Watch this space.
Vi har lige 2 singler ude på, der er ude lige nu fra det. Og så kommer ligesom det fulde album bagefter.
Hvordan var det, du mødte dem, som du laver musik med nu? Altså din Pony Puff der, Pony Puff?
Det var sådan helt... det var til sådan en digtoplæsning, hvor der var en gut, der hævde mig med i hans musikbunker. Som bare var en fuld... Nej, det var en helt kogt aften. Det var virkelig... det var meget, meget hyggeligt. Men sådan ret... særligt som en sådan ret... meget stille og rolig fyr. Der var det sådan ret øjenåbnende. Men så kom jeg så derud igen af en eller anden årsag. Og der var ham produceren, det var så ham, der ligesom stod for bunkeren. Hvor ham jeg ligesom mødte, havde lejet sig ind.
Nå, det var ikke Pony Puff, der hævde dig ned i...
Nej, lige præcis. Men så kom han forbi på et andet tidspunkt. Og så klikkede det sgu bare næsten lige med det samme. Han hørte noget af teksten, og så havde han nogle beats, og så... Ja, det var virkelig bare sådan en... jeg tror, vi er 2 folk, der bare ikke havde mødt hinanden ellers. Altså kommer slet ikke i de samme lag. Så bare den der rene tilfældighed... endte med at stå sammen. Det er fandme...
Det er en meet cute.
En meet cute. Ej, hvor dejligt.
Ja, det var meget, meget heldigt.
Ja.
Så det er ikke på Tinder.
Ja.
Det var godt at høre, at der er nogle real forhold her.
Der er nogle real
relationer. Nogle ikke-app-relationer i live.
Ja, fuldstændig.
Ej, fedt, Valdemar.
Oh.
Hvad hedder det? Vi må videre. Vi skal nå at ringe til en hel masse mennesker. Men har du noget, du har lyst til at sige til folk, inden vi rykker videre? Snakker med de næste. Noget du vil sige til dem, der lytter med derhjemme?
Nej,
om
bare det.
Og jeres hemmeligheder.
Om hvad, sorry?
Om Ørsted og jeres hemmeligheder.
Nej, ikke noget om det i hvert fald. Jeg synes bare, at det er et fedt koncept. Det har været en fornøjelse lige at høre fra jer også.
Dejligt. Tak fordi, at du vil dele din musik, Valdemar.
Hvordan kan det egentlig være? Hvordan hørte du om det? Jeg er nysgerrig.
Jamen, min søster var til en af jeres arrangementer.
Okay.
Og sagde, at det var virkelig godt, at det var noget, jeg lige skulle sende ind til. Og så synes jeg, det var klasse, det jeg ligesom kunne se på Instagram og sådan.
Okay.
Det er sgu bare meget sejt.
Fedt. Nå, men skud til din søster.
Ja, i højere grad. Kæmpe skud til Rigitte.
Skud til dig, Rigitte.
Ja.
Fedt. Men på den, så have en rigtig god dag, Valdemar.
Tak, og lige måde god Fortnite, når du når der til.
Tak. Ikke. Tak. Vi ses.
Det er godt. Hej.
Nice.
Fedt.
Cute.
Pony Puff lyder lidt som, hvis man har taget ketamin og rød weed på samme aften, så har man haft en Pony Puff aften, synes jeg.
Sådan. Det har jeg aldrig prøvet, så det...
Det har heller aldrig brugt ketamin endnu.
Endnu.
Det lyder bare ikke så charmerende.
Nej, det har vi til gode.
Ja. Eller keta lyder lidt sjovt.
Keta. Kellogg's.
Men altså, det er jo... Ja, det med at vide, at det ligesom er heste... Whatever, tranquilizer. Det er sådan lidt... Det er lidt sus.
Det er lidt sus.
Det er lidt sus.
Ja.
Jonas, jeg prøvede lige at sende dig noget, et link til noget. Det var fordi, jeg tænkte, at vi skulle prøve lige at have det som baggrundsmusik, mens vi snakkede, hvis det var. Hej, Niels.
Halløj,
det er Pixel. Og Helena er her in spirit, men hun er løbet af tis.
Ja, men jeg følger med på stream.
Er du med på streamen?
Jeg er med på stream, ja.
Skud. Hvorfor har du ikke været så aktiv i chatten, skat? Hvad sker der for det?
Jeg sidder og spiser middag, faktisk. Så det har været det her.
Okay, fair nok.
Den har kørt sådan ambient i baggrunden.
Okay, dejligt. Hyggeligt. Hvem spiser du middag med?
Hvem jeg spiser middag med? Med min kæreste og min svigerfar.
Ej, hvor hyggeligt. Forstyrrer vi dig midt i... Altså, sidder du ved middagsbordet nu?
Det kunne nok. Nej, jeg er lige gået med siden af, men...
Okay.
Ej, det er helt cool.
Okay. Spændende. Now she's back.
Er det Niels Eske, vi har gang i, eller hvad?
Hello.
Hey, det er Niels
Hello der.
Ja.
Hvor hyggeligt.
Så hyggeligt.
For dem, der ikke er indviet, så spiller Niels guitar.
Ja.
Rock-guitar.
Rock-guitar.
I Helenas band.
Ja. Rock and roll. Vi har simpelthen turneret Europa tyndt sidste år. Så vi er rigtig kommet hinanden ved.
Fucking hyggeligt.
Det var sygt.
Det var sygt.
Spiser svigerfar tit med, når I har middag, der er Nana? Der er K.
Hvad? Sorry.
Spiser svigerfar tit med, når I...
Nej, det var faktisk lige sådan en særlig anledning. Jeg har stået i køkkenet hele dagen og lavet mad, lækker mad.
Ej, hvad har du lavet, Niels? Niels er en fucking god chef. Ham og vores lydtekniker valgte meget stort for vores julefrokost, og det var bare helt psykoklasse, altså.
Okay, ja, hvad har du lavet?
Ja, altså, vi har fået lækkert. Altså, vi fik en lille forret, som var noget bacala, sådan noget fisk med focaccia-brød til. Og så nogle kødboller, tomatsauce med noget polenta-grød til. Og så er der en chokoladekage til dessert.
Ej.
Yet to come, eller hvad? Chokoladekage. Okay, fuck hvor sygt. Så vi fanger dig mellem hovedretten og desserten lige nu, eller hvad?
Ja, det er helt perfekt. Og lige aften, vi får lige kaffen og desserten, og så...
Ej, hvor fedt. Jamen altså, så skal vi jo ikke keep you too long. Det kan være, at vi bare skal høre, hvad det er noget, dig og Nana har lavet?
Ja, det er noget, mig og Nana, min kæreste, har lavet sammen.
Okay.
Ej, hvor fedt.
Jeg sendte 2 forskellige mails, jeg ved ikke, hvad for en det er.
Der var en, den seneste du sendte, skrev du, den her ville Nana hellere have, vi hørte.
Ja,
så det er den. Ja. Hvad hedder den, Jonas?
Hvad? Sorry?
Så jeg snakker lige med Jonas, som producerer det. Vores lille show her, vores lille home run show. Vores producer. Okay, hvad hedder de 2 sange der?
Ja, der er en, der hedder Scared of Everything.
Ja.
Scared of Everything. Er det den, vi gerne vil høre?
Eller den vil vi gerne høre, ja.
Okay, fedt.
Vi hører Scared of Everything.
Jeg havde personligt valgt de 2 andre, men vi var lidt uenige. Så hun,
okay.
Men det er hende, der synger, så hun fik lov til at få det sidste ord.
Okay, ja.
Er det sådan i andre beslutninger i jeres parforhold, eller er det kun, når det handler om det her projekt?
Ej, det var kun lige det her projekt. Jeg føler også, at hun spiller normalt ikke musik, men hun synger skide godt og er virkelig god til at skrive melodier. Hun er ret shy omkring det, ligesom det er hendes debut, altså hvor nogen, altså hun har aldrig sunget før, eller sådan. Så hun er sådan ret, hun er sådan lige lidt shy om det, så jeg tænkte, det var godt, at hun lige fik selv lov til at vælge.
Ja. Ej, så særligt. Ej, det glæder jeg mig helt vildt meget til at høre.
Sikke en ære.
Ja.
Okay, men altså, let's hear it, og så du kan bare blive røret, eller whatever du har lyst til. Rende ud og spise noget kage, og så... Men bare blive røret.
Jeg bliver røret.
Sygt. Okay, tak.
Hvor
Dejligt.
dejligt. Ej, så dejligt. Wow, tillykke til Nana med debut. Det var virkelig, virkelig fedt.
Ja, dejligt.
Mm. Ja, kan du fortælle lidt om den proces, I har haft med den her sang?
Jamen, det er lidt sjovt, fordi at det var faktisk den første sang, vi lavede, men sangen er faktisk lavet ved, at jeg bare indspillede det der guitar, der var. Mm. Jeg havde gået til noget guitarundervisning, hvor jeg havde fået vist sådan et YouTube-video med sådan en lang nummer af sådan nogle lidt lo-fi guitar-numre. Jeg kan slet ikke huske, hvad det hedder lige nu, men som er sygt lækre. Og så har jeg hørt, jeg vildt meget Bach i en periode, og så fik jeg lyst til at lave sådan en komposition, så den var egentlig sådan instrumental, jeg havde lavet. Og så Nana der havde bare et lydkort og en mikrofon derhjemme, og så husker jeg det som om, at jeg havde bare lavet det nummer, og så en dag, så var hun sådan, jeg har sunget hen over det.
Ej, uden du vidste det?
Ja, uden jeg vidste det, ja.
Ej, hvor sejt.
Så hun havde ligesom sunget hen over det, efter jeg havde komponeret det guitardelen der. Og så synes jeg bare, det var sindssygt fedt. Det passede virkelig godt til, og sådan tog det til en helt ny ting, at det ikke bare var sådan en instrumental komposition. Ja.
Jamen, det er som om, at det er sådan på en sjov måde virkelig sådan går op i en højere enhed med de her lange, meget lyse toner, hun synger, og så det her sådan pluggy bak-guitar-univers nedenunder. Sådan, det er virkelig særligt. Sådan, det lyder meget unikt og meget særligt, og på en eller anden måde rigtig meget som... Det lyder rigtig meget som jer to. Altså sådan, det er meget... hvad hedder sådan noget? Ja, det er et meget stærkt udtryk. Ja. Jeg
kom til at tænke på... Jeg følte... det mindede mig meget om havfruer.
Ja.
Havfruer,
ja.
Ja, sirene-agtig sang. Ja, totalt.
Ja.
Og så har I så... Var det der var startskuddet til, at I så begyndte at lave nogle flere ting sammen?
Ja, præcis. Præcis. Fordi jeg tror basically aldrig, at Nana havde sunget over for mig. Hun har været meget sådan sky omkring det, sådan, og så var sådan, what, du synger mega godt, hvorfor har du aldrig sagt det her? Ja. Og så satte vi os ned.
Sorry, for continue.
Nej, det var slet bare det. Altså sådan, så det var helt klart sådan startskud, for det var sådan lidt random, at det lige skete. Men det er meget sjovt.
Har hun fortalt dig, hvad der ligesom gik af hende, siden at hun lige pludselig tænkte, at hun skulle ind og sådan helt sådan under dække af nattens mulm og mørke ind og synge på dit track der. Hvad gik der hen?
Jeg ved det faktisk ikke, men vi snakkede sammen lige før, men vi sad og så streamen, hvad vil det sige, hvis I ringede? Men så sagde hun, at nu har hun været med ud og se alle de der koncerter og været sådan afsted, og jeg spiller så meget musik der, og så var hun sådan, det kan jeg sgu også. Det er ikke det, altså.
Så meget. I love it.
Det ser det ikke så svært ud.
Hvor er Nana lige nu? Vil du ikke hente hende? Må vi ikke snakke med Nana?
Jo, jeg kan godt komme. Men jo. Nu må hun gerne komme. Kom her. Vi kan snakke. Hvis hun tager.
Hvad skal jeg sige?
Hun er her. Du siger hey.
Hallo.
Hej Nana, var det fedt at høre dig på noget virkelig fed musik og en så smuk sirene-sang.
Tusind tak.
Jeg var bare nysgerrig på, sådan, hvad Niels fortalte, at du ligesom sådan lidt i hemmelighed havde sunget noget på det her track med guitar. Så jeg var bare nysgerrig på, hvad du... hvad gik der lige af dig, eller hvad inspirerede dig til at tænke, det gør jeg sgu lige?
Jamen, jeg tror bare, at det kunne være hyggeligt. Jeg tænkte bare, at det kunne være hyggeligt at lave noget musik sammen med min kæreste, egentlig.
Fedt. Meget sådan fed, sådan både direkte og indirekte måde at sende den besked på. Og bare være sådan, jeg synger bare lige noget på det her.
Ja, det er præcis.
Sygt fedt.
Så tak.
Hvordan var det for dig at høre den blive spillet her nu? Hvordan føltes det, hvis du aldrig havde spillet noget før?
Nervepirrende.
Og hvordan har du det nu efterfølgende så?
Ja, meget fedt. Jeg har lige spist noget kage, og sådan har en meget god fornemmelse i kroppen. Men det var nogle søde ord. Så
jeg kan også sige, at i chatten blev både sagt sød sang og sød backstory, og Indie FK i Twix.
Indie FK i Twix? Lækkert, okay.
Så hvad, altså...
Så meget. Så meget.
Jeg ved ikke, hvilken era FK Twix. Jeg tror ikke, det er Usexual era af FK Twix, de snakker om. Men
hun har også sådan en meget sådan kan godt have sådan en meget sireneagtig stil i sin sangstemme, så det kan jeg sådan set godt... Den kan jeg godt co-signe, den
der. er bare ikke den der sådan Berghain sådan dance trance stemning. Det kan være, det næste.
Nana, tænker du, at du nogensinde kunne finde på at deltage i Spoiler Room eventet og optræde med noget af den musik, som der og Niels har lavet?
Altså, jeg har jo prøvet at presse hende til det, ikke? Altså, jeg har sagt, at vi skal gøre det, for at komme over den der klip der.
Ja.
Altså, vi har tænkt meget på det. Jeg har i hvert fald tænkt meget på det.
Ja.
Du er lidt nervøs om det.
Altså, så det kunne måske godt være. Så kunne det være sådan lidt alternativt setup, hvor jeg står med ryggen til. Eller?
100%.
Vil du gerne ikke rigtig kunne ses, eller være sådan anonym i det, eller hvad?
Ja.
Okay.
Der er mange måder, man kan omgå det. Tage en maske på, eller et lagen, eller en... Altså, hvad ved jeg? Der er mange performative, spændende ting, man kunne gøre med det, tror jeg.
100%. Ja, en fysisk maske, eller bare sådan et så radikalt anderledes outfit, end du nogensinde ville gå med, at du føler det sådan, at du kan træde i karakter som en anden person.
Ja, præcis. Sådan lidt drag på en eller anden måde.
Ja, Hannah Montana.
Ja, Hannah Montana. Så meget. Jamen, Niels, jeg synes bare, du skal prøve at massere den idé lidt mere.
Nana Montana.
Nana Montana. Jeg synes, det synes jeg rigtig gerne, at vi kunne tænke os. At høre jer live til Spoiler Room eventet.
Ja.
Ja, det er desværre ikke hjemme der den 17. For det ligger lige i påskeferien, jo.
Ja, det er rigtigt, ja.
Vi er ikke hjemme desværre, som det er lige nu.
Jeg vil fange chokolade i.
Man kan gøre noget.
Ja.
Man kan gøre noget.
Ja, det kommer jo igen.
Ja.
Så.
Der er masser af rig mulighed.
Ja.
Og de der chokoladeæg er der kun en uge om året.
Ja.
Så skal man også lige få
høstet,
mens det er der.
Ja.
Så forstår jeg godt. Anyways, tak fordi I gad dele. Det var fucking dejligt at høre.
Så dejligt. Og så god backstory, som der også bliver sagt i chatten.
Ja.
Og skønt resultat.
Ja. Kæmpe stort. Tillykke med debuten.
Ja, tak.
Tak.
Er der noget, I kunne tænke jer at sige til folk derhjemme i sofaen på internettet, på deres computer? Eller
ikke udover, at måske sådan mere til dig, Louis. Jeg synes bare, at det er fucking fedt, det her spoiler room. Jeg har været kæmpe fan lige siden, at jeg var til det event første gang. Jeg synes, det er en virkelig fed initiativ. Så det er bare et totalt shout-out til spoiler room for at være mega nice.
Tak, så det bliver jeg så glad for.
Big up til spoiler room.
Det er jeg virkelig, virkelig glad for, du siger. Og hvis ikke vi ses til det næste, så ses vi til det næste efter, håber jeg.
Yeah!
Fedt. Okay.
Så dejligt. Vi ses på søndag, Niels.
Ja.
Ja, det gør vi.
Så er der business. Okay.
Ja, det er godt.
Peace, vi ses. God middag.
Okay. Hej, hej. Sejt. Sejt. Det var da nu.
Altså, så fucking dejligt.
Sjovt at høre, at du har mødt Nana et par gange.
Ja, mange gange, ja.
Havde du nogensinde forestillet dig, hvordan hendes sangstemme ville lyde?
Da du fortalte mig, at det var noget, de havde lavet i fællesskab, at så bare sådan min automatiske antagelse var nok ikke, at hendes stemme skulle lyde på den måde, men nu, efter at have hørt det, giver det totalt mening for mig, at hendes stemme lyder sådan.
Ja, sygt.
Ja.
Now we can switch English.
Yeah.
I just felt weird referring to the call that we just had in Danish in English.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? But
Yeah, to recap it, that was Niels Eske, who plays in the Brimheim live band, and Niels Eske's girlfriend, Nana. And she's not usually a musician, and they made some music together. She had kind of, under the cover of darkness, just sung something on a track that Niels had made, and then they started doing music together. I think that's really cute story.
it is. How are you feeling, Helena? What's how's your energy?
I'm all right. Let's take another call.
Okay,
Shan't we?
let's do it.
Hello.
It's been forever. Hello, welcome.
Not forever, really. We saw each other last week or something, didn't we?
Yeah, but that was very brief.
Yeah.
Very
that's
brief.
true.
Doesn't count in your opinion, Lewis.
It counts. It counts. It counts. But I hope to have an actual conversation with you now, and then
Yeah,
it was just
that's
like I've
really
got to
nice. Yeah, I mean, I've been having it on in the background while making some dinner, and it sounds really nice, all the music you've been listening to.
Yeah, thank you.
And also the first two Brimheim songs, I really love them.
Oh, thank you so much, Estel, and so nice to meet you.
Yeah, you too. And do you live in Malmö? I saw it on your Instagram.
I do live in Malmö. Do you live in Malmö too?
No, I've lived in Copenhagen since like 1.5 years, but I used to live in Malmö for like 4 years before that.
Oh,
Where do you
really?
live?
I live right by Triangeln station.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Do you
that's
still have
crazy.
friends in Malmö, Astrid?
What?
Do you still have a lot of friends in Malmö?
Yes, and I am also in Malmö at this very moment at my boyfriend's place.
Oh, really?
Also really close to the Triangle station.
All right.
Could you hook
Yes.
up Helena with some friends in
Yeah,
Malmö?
and I've lived in Malmö for 6 years, and I have 2 friends.
And they're moving.
Oh,
They're
really?
leaving.
And they're moving to Copenhagen, so I'll be all alone. My wife and I will be all alone.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. We need to hang out then.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's go to Pivo for a drink or something.
Is that the place
Yeah.
to go?
I really
Malmö?
love that place. It's like a Czech pub, I guess. Yeah.
A Czech pub.
Yeah.
Like a,
Yeah. Do you
Yeah,
know? Do you know that place?
Yeah, I've been there a couple of times. Also Paloma, like
Yeah. That's a cute place. I also really love Scandwich. I really fucking love the Scandwich.
classic. It's
Yeah.
a good one.
It's a good one. And Farina just opened. That's an Italian bakery, and they have absolutely amazing pastries. And they just opened with
Yeah,
like
I've
more
heard about
seating.
it.
Yeah, so that's a good place for like a date, like a morning date. So yeah.
okay, this is turning into the Malmö
Yeah.
travel blog. Sick. But I respect it. If anyone, it's only a little half an hour trip from Copenhagen.
How
so-
do you feel about Malmö, Esther? Do you feel like it's underrated or overrated?
I really do love it, but it's also I love the combination of like living in Copenhagen, getting the big city tempo, everything, and also, I mean, the school. But then, like coming to Malmö, I just feel like my shoulders, go down, and I rest in another way.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I really love the combination, and it's like, I mean, it is so close. I don't understand why more Danish people don't go there. Seriously.
Yeah, I agree. I actually, like one of the main reasons for me being able to live off of doing music from a pretty early point was that I was living in Malmö because it's so cheap to live there compared to Copenhagen. So
that's the thing.
Yeah, so I actually I highly recommend if you want to do like a career in the arts, it's a good idea to make your money in Denmark and spend them in Sweden.
Yeah,
yeah,
it's such a fucking good idea.
Yeah.
Seriously, more people should do it. Especially all the people who are like complaining all the time about like Copenhagen being so busy and like,
Yeah,
or I
absolutely.
feel like a lot of friends are like tired of Copenhagen because it's so stressful in a way. I don't feel it like that, not yet, but I mean, they should just move to Malmö.
Yeah. Shout out to Malmö.
Good damn.
Shout out.
Let's get some sponsorship from like a
like the municipality
board or
needs it.
something.
Yeah,
I don't know who you contact, but whoever
exactly
is in charge of
like
that.
Malmö. I'd also say massively underrated, but you do have to know where to go, and it's not like very beautiful there. Like it's kind of it's kind of ugly in places, but in the same way that Berlin is a bit ugly in places, in that way.
True.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting comparison between Malmö and Berlin. But okay, cool. What have you been cooking tonight, Astrid? What have you had? What have you made?
The thing I sent in?
No, what have you been cooking food-wise? But we can also say what have you...
What have you been
some people
cooking
call... I'm not that hip-hop producer. What have you been cooking up?
I just made a simple pasta and tomato sauce. That's
Chill.
always hits.
Yes.
Chill. What have you been cooking up musically then?
Yeah, I mean, I'm working on this album now, and it's cooking, coming together slowly but surely. And then I have this song that I sent in, which I actually also played. You remember when I played the first time at Spoiler Room? It was like...
I do.
When was it? Like 1 year ago? 1.5 years ago, maybe.
Is this the Brimheim one?
No,
the previous
the
one.
one we did with the IB 101.
Yeah, I do remember. That's like 1.5 years ago.
Yeah, so it's been with me for a long time. But now I'm trying to figure out if it's just done and I should just send it off to mix. But it's always... Yeah, I feel like I wanted to like play it out for somebody else and just... Yeah.
Is there something specific that you're unsure about with it? Or anything specific you want us to listen out for?
Yeah, I mean, I'm still working on the whole production thing, and I like working with like different melodies at the same time, but also I feel like sometimes it might get confusing for a listener who's not like, I don't know, familiar with the music, or I'm just really curious about like the first impression of listening to this song, or like, when it's like it makes a lot of sense to me, but then I also feel like I've been fucking around a lot of the stuff in the production, and then I don't know if it makes sense to I mean, it doesn't have to make sense, that's not the point either, but you get what I'm saying?
You want us to tell you whether it's too confusing?
Yeah, in a way, yeah, I guess so, yeah.
I relate to that. I get that.
Yeah.
Do you
then
know...
I also have an issue... Oh, sorry.
No, sorry, go on.
No, I was just thinking about it since... because I've been listening so much to the new OK Lou album. I guess you've heard it too. And it's just the fact that my song, or I've been calling it Cold Enough. And then her new album is called Choke Enough. And I just think it's so annoying.
Oh, that's not even remotely close. Don't worry about that at all.
Don't you think?
No, not at all.
I feel like it looks pretty similar.
Astrid, you're talking to me, who for the longest time with Spoiler Room did like this whole Spoilt Brat thing, like pre-Charlie XCX, and then all of a sudden Brat hits, and everyone just thinks we've stolen it off Brat.
Yeah.
So
you came first.
We made it.
You came first. Yeah, I remember when you posted about it. Like, we actually were first because look at these stickers.
Here are the receipts, people.
I do have receipts. I have emails to my mum where I've sent sticker designs that I made back in 2023, like autumn 2023, way before Brat was even announced, way before anyone knew it was called Brat, anything like that. And they said Sport Brat in the thing. So I've got proof.
Yeah.
But anyway, so basically my point is just suck it up. It'll be fine. No one cares. And Cold Enough is, I'm sure there's lots of songs called Cold Enough out there, honestly.
Yeah. It's a good title. Don't throw it in the garbage because something looks a little similar. I think it's a good title. You should hold on to it.
I agree.
Yeah. Okay, that's good to hear.
Lastly, before we play this, no, actually, that doesn't make sense. Earlier, I thought it would make sense to say, what dish is this song? Because we were talking about cooking up and stuff, but now it's been too long. It's too long ago that we were talking about cooking up, so this doesn't
I have a question, though. I have a question
that
I'd like to know before listening to this song.
Okay.
Because you're talking about it like, if it's going to be too confusing, and what is the first impression? Do you know already where... like in what order, like when does this song appear on the album? Do you know?
I think it will be the second song. And then I think the intro will be like, I think I will split it so that the intro is an interlude and then the real song starts by the first verse coming in.
I see. Okay, that's good context.
That's my plan right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I guess my issue is more like, is it messy, or like does it appear to be like messy, or is it a clear production, or not only production wise, also arrangement? Okay, yeah, let's just listen to it. I could go on for
we'll listen and then we'll get back. Just stay on the line.
Yes, I will.
was sick.
Yes, that was it.
Oh, yeah, it was the ambient music came back on. Okay. So, was it too confusing? I didn't, but I think I've heard this before, right? Like you said, you played it. I've heard a version of this before.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I played it at some point.
I personally didn't find it that confusing. I've had a very driven by the melodies. I felt quite like taken care of.
Yeah, I agree. The melody is the warm hand that leads you through this like kind of more icy landscape. I think that it will benefit the piece that you separate the intro as like its own thing.
Yeah.
I do think that will benefit it, but it also depends on, you know, what you want what you want to say with it. You know, if you want, because the intro, the beginning is a bit more, I don't know, or less stable than when the song proper starts, and that can be, you know, an effect that you want, but
from the perspective of a radio.
Not only radio, I think the clarity of the song that follows.
Yeah, like the form.
Yeah, I mean, but again, it depends. Like it could also totally work if you want the listener to feel a bit on uneven ground before they are led by this warm hand through the icy landscape. And I think so. This is pre-mixed, right?
Yeah,
this is pre-mixed because I think I really enjoy the sound designy elements, like the chopped up, you know, I'm assuming it's a piano and the little, you know, things that are, you know, very stereo, all those effects. I think that's a strong signature for you. And I think it will also benefit from a mix so that, you know, that there is a bit more intention in terms of when we hear it, or when it has more spotlight, and when it is more supporting or backgroundy atmospheric sound, if that makes sense.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, 'cause sometimes they can be quite integral to the beat, kind of almost.
Yeah, exactly.
And be like a breath that when the reversed things or whatnot. And sometimes they feel more like they're just texture in the background.
Yeah, texture. That was the word I was looking for. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. So I think when you get it mixed, that will totally click into place, because it's an element that I enjoyed in the tune. But I also think that that having a bit more intention on like exactly when it is louder and when it's more texture. Yeah. Would be cool.
It makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. But overall, beautiful song.
Yeah,
I really like that main melody, the sort of lead in the hooks. Very like, and I mean, I've heard this from you before, not just this specifically, but I've heard a lot of your productions have that vocal harmonizer-ish vocal. That to me, this sounds very Astrid Million to me. I hear it.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Do you have any music out, or is this your first release?
No, I've released like 2 EPs. Over the last couple of years. And then now I haven't really released anything for like 2 years, I think. And then I'm trying to figure out now with like album and how and when and with who to release it, and stuff like that. But this is like the song that is most done in a way.
Sick. I enjoyed it. It was very cool. Where can people find you if they want to check out more music from you?
I mean, Instagram. I also started uploading stuff on TikTok, but I'm also getting kind of crazy on TikTok.
I feel you. What are your handles? so people can track you down.
Yeah, it's just Milen, which is my artist name. It's just Melen. Yeah, on all streaming platforms, and yeah.
And what about Instagram and TikTok? Is it also just Melen on those?
No, Instagram is actually Astrid Milen.
Astrid Milen, okay.
Yeah.
For
sure.
Because I remember you actually once was like, "What, does Spoiler Room have a TikTok account?" And I said no, and you said, "Oh, maybe I should be the Spoiler Room TikTok account holder."
Yeah, I was kind of excited about that. I mean, I still am. Like, it is a really interesting platform because you just like, all of a sudden you just reach out to so many people, and then like next time you reach out to like 50 people. Like it's just so fucking random.
Yeah, it is.
But I think that's what makes it exciting in a way.
Yeah.
I mean, we can still figure something out. If you still want to do,
you should have a meeting about it. It would be cool to have a Spoiler Room TikTok.
Yeah, it would also be funny to have you edit a reel of yourself being on the podcast, like, and then having to post it, and I think that would be quite cool and meta in a way.
Yeah, we should definitely talk about it
for sure. Okay, do you have any final words you want to say to the people of the computer and the internet before we go?
Well, I love Spoiler Room. And I'm so sad that I'm not going to be able to make it next time in April. Because I'm doing a concert. So...
Oh, sick. Where are you doing? Do you want to plug it?
No, we don't do. If people prefer going to Astrid's concert over a Spoiler Room, that's fine. I'm not going to argue, but where are you playing, Astrid? Where are you playing?
No, I'm playing with another artist, so it's not. I'm just playing in the band.
Then we don't care. We don't want to hear about that.
Yeah, never mind. No.
Okay. But the next one after that, May 15th, I think it's going to be, or 16th.
May 15th. Okay, great. Boom.
Nice.
But I think I think you're gonna have a great night.
Yeah, we've been planning it today. We're excited.
Looking forward to it.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. But thank you for your time and for listening.
Thank you for sharing, Astrid.
Thank you, Astrid.
Of course. Yeah.
Take care.
I'll see you soon.
See you around.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. Before we started streaming today, we were talking about your last year where you were in a udvalg, or like in part of one of the people that listened through all the songs for how do you even explain that in English? Funding.
Yeah, it's a grant. It's a big grant. I mean, like, not the grant is not that big.
But a lot of people apply.
A lot of people apply for it. So last year, I was on the judging panel of that grant, and I listened to 2,000 applications.
Of up to 3 songs each.
Yeah.
So I wonder, in that light, you're quite trained, I guess, in listening to people's music.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, if I hadn't been so busy with my own music career, I would have probably enjoyed it more than I did. It was quite hard to do it while touring and stuff. But I really appreciate just the breadth of music that I got to listen to. Everything from death metal to super complex classical to super commercial pop, everything.
Would you ever be listening on listening on the go, when you're out doing stuff?
I tried that a couple times, but I just felt like I was I didn't like doing that. I wanted to be, just because I liked writing notes while I was listening, and I know one of my colleagues, he takes walks and writes notes on his phone. But yeah, I guess I'm too distractible for that. I needed the dedicated time, and I could max do 50 a day.
50 songs a day.
50 applications a day. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. That sounds like a lot.
Yeah. So that's a lot of days.
Yeah, because even 50 a day, that would be, it's a one normal working day of 8 hours.
Yeah.
That's, I can't do maths. So
No, me
that's
neither.
at least 5 an hour. That's 5 and maybe it's 7 an hour.
Oh yeah, no,
5
yeah,
times
it's,
8?
yeah. Like,
7
it's
an
more
hour.
like 5 an hour. Yeah.
Yeah, still a lot.
Yeah.
Still a lot to listen to and read.
And write.
And write.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was thinking that where I was going with that before was like, surely if you were listening on the go, you'd be like listening to one track while you were flying, and it was like the sun was rising and you had this sick free meal on the plane, and you'd be like vibing with it. No matter what you were listening to, you'd be vibing with it.
Absolutely. Oh, I had that experience for sure. Just like, oh, I just had lunch. Oh my God, this is amazing. And then when we have the meeting, because the way it works is that you listen to everything yourself, like before the meeting, probably each meeting, it's like a full day meeting. We listen to around between 150 and 200 together. We don't listen to everything, but then we say our opinion. Okay, I think this should get this amount because I liked it, or I don't think this should get anything. And then we discuss it, and if we are in disagreement, we listen to it again, see if anything else comes up. And several times I've had that experience, like, oh, I can tell that I had just had lunch when I was like, give him all the money.
Okay. I see, yeah, because you can't trust your first instinct always. Sometimes you got to leave it.
And the best feeling was when, you're really sure about something, like this needs to get money. Like this is fucking great. And the other people maybe said no, and then you pitch it and you're like, no, just listen, like you got to understand this is amazing. And then they're like, oh yeah, like then they hear it. That was a good experience when you could do that.
That's funny because I apply for a lot of grants, obviously, because I'm a musician in Denmark, and that's what you do. So I've often been thinking about like, you take the names of the people in the application thingies, you copy and paste them into Google, and you're like, I wonder what this person's going to think about my music. They're probably going to think it's really boring, or like, whatever. Oh, they're not going to like it because of this thing, or like, it's very interesting to me to visualize the. But I never find like a group of people in those application things where I'm like, sick, they're gonna love this. I'm always like, shit, not this again.
But it's all like in the Udgivelsespuljen, which is the one I was a panelist for. It's I was the representative for Auta, which is an organization for like, I guess, more alternative music and jazz and blues and I don't know, and then there's a representative for Dansk Komponistforening, which is more kind of art, music, and classical, adjacent things. And then there was DPA, which is more like very commercially minded music. So we're the three panelists. And of course, we have extremely different backgrounds.
It's like the X Factor judges that have the groups and the young people and the old people.
Yeah, exactly like that. Exactly like that. And just as glamorous.
Yeah. I wonder, I guess the DPA with the popular music, they're probably the young people.
They're
representing the young people. And the art music's the old people.
And I'm the groups. Exactly.
So it literally works really well.
Yeah. Shit. Still waiting for X Factor to call. I'd like that job.
Next up. That would be good. You're practicing right now.
Yeah.
Giving opinions and stuff.
Yeah.
Sick. Okay, well, I said we were going to call it 5 minutes ago and then we kept talking. But this time we're actually going to call it Take Care, you lot. Thank you.
Peace.
Thank you for being here. Let's have some pizza.
Love you.